In this video, we talk about the range function in Python. Specifically, we talk about how to use range function with a for loop. Okay, so you can call range function by providing only a stop value. Then it will use the default start value 0 and default step size 1. And you can call the range function with a start value and a stop value, and then it will use given start value and the stop value and the default step size of 1. Also you can call the range function with start, stop value and text size. In that case, range function will use the given values. Okay, so we will look at example. So here we can call the range function and store the range 6. Okay, so this will store the sequence of numbers in items. The range function will return sequence of numbers. They will be stored in the item, and we can travel the item using a for loop. Okay, we can travel, so let's print it out. Okay, so if you print out, you can see start value, default start value is 0 and default step size is 1. So it will start from 0 and increase up to 5. Okay, so our stop value is 6, but range function stop 1 before the stop value. Okay, so range function output don't include the stop value, it stops 1 before the stop value. Okay, so we look at here. Okay, so our stop value was 6, start value is the default start value 0 because we didn't provide anything. So the increase step size is 1. So range function will start from the default start value 0 and increase by 1. Okay, the step size 1, and it will go up to 5. It will not include the stop value. Okay, it will stop 1 less than the stop value, so remember that. Okay, so if you want to include 6 here also, I have to use a stop value of 7. Okay, so it will go up to 6 then if I make the stop value 7. Also we can give the range function directly here. Instead of items, here I can give the range. Okay, here. So here I can give any start value I want. If I want, I can give the start value as 1. It have to be less than 7. Okay, we can give any start value that is less than 7. Okay, so if I do this now, my start value will be 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it will go up to 7. Okay, and if I provide a step size, it will go by the step size. Okay, for example, here I can provide the step size here. I will get the even numbers 1, 3, 5. Okay, this 7 is not included. I get the odd numbers, sorry, 1, 3, 5. So now start value is 1, increase by 2. Okay, so 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5. Next one will be the 7. 7 is not included because it's the end value. Okay, so for example, if I want to generate even numbers between 1 and 100, I will start from 2, because even numbers I cannot start from 1. Here I can give 300 and run this one. I get all the evens numbers. Now I start from 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, like that. We will go up to 98 because the last 100 is not included. Okay, so this is about the range function. It will output a sequence of integers. Okay, so you can give the start, stop value and the step size. So if we don't give the start value, it will use a default start value of 0. If we don't give the step size, it will use a default step size of 1. Okay, so with this one I can write for example, I can write a program to add numbers from 1 to 100. Okay, so for example, I can say sum. I'm going to add numbers from 1 to 100. So here in the beginning I will set sum to 0. Okay, then here I will use a step size of 1 and end size 100. So this will go 1 to 100. Because I want 100 also included, I go 101. Okay, 101. Here I'll go sum equals sum plus number. Okay, so at each, here I should say number. Okay, means because I use number here. Number. Okay, okay, so I will say here number. This is inside the loop. Okay, so for each, so I start from 0. At 1 I am adding 1, then I am adding 2, 3, like that. Okay, so outside of the loop I will print the sum. Okay, so you can see sum is 5050. Okay, I am printing it outside of the loop. So after adding all the things together, I am printing the sum. Okay, so here if I print if I move the print to here, I can see the changing sum. Okay, so if I run here, you can see first sum is 0, then I am adding 1 to sum. When 1 plus 2 is 3, then 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 4 is 10, like that sum keep increasing. Okay, but because I only want the sum, I will print it outside of the for loop. Okay, so here range function, you can use it to create a sequence of numbers, and then you can travel those sequence of numbers using for loop. Okay, so this is useful because if we want to create a list of 100 numbers, it's difficult to do it manually. So you can use a range function there. Okay, hope everything is clear about the range function, in the next video we'll talk about while loops.